Welcome to Front Row Promotions. How are you out there? Yay. Welcome to the show. I want to introduce our guests. We have Mickey Lyxx and Mike Torelli. Holy Mother and Mickey Lyxx. Hey, hi guys. How you doing?
Doing well.
Great. Awesome. So tell us about you. I want to know about the name Holy Mother. Where's that? How did what come from?
Not me.
Well, Holy Mother was originated in like 1996, and it was just me and Randy Coven at the time. And Randy actually came up with the name, and it was just stuck. We're like, all right, Holy Mother has nothing to do with religion, because some people think we're a religious band.
Yeah,
we're not a religious band. But you know what? The name is pretty can stick in your brain when you hear Holy Mother. You think, wow, that's kind of cool. I think
It's
for
easy.
a hard rock heavy metal band.
Yeah.
But that's basically it. We didn't really overthink it. It was just something that Randy Coven came up with back in like '96 or whatever.
Awesome. Sometimes when I stub my toe, Holy Mother of
Exactly.
other words come flying out after it.
Exactly.
You know, it was great when we were in Europe. They used to start chants, and they would do what would it be? It would either be Holy Effin' Mother, or they would do Holy Mother Effer, Holy Mother Effer.
Right.
That when we were doing our headlining tour, that was always like to me like one of the funniest nights. Every night I was like, that's gonna happen. And so like we even made a T-shirt that says Holy Effin' Mother.
Right.
Wow. That is so cool. You ought to put a song together with that or somehow. That would be
you know
cool.
what? I'm already thinking about it. Me and Mick. Holy fucking mother. Excuse me.
Holy fucking mother. You can cuss here. There's no worries.
Right.
Oh my goodness. So what's going on? So how long have Holy Mother been together? And Mickey, I know you're new to Holy Mother. So describe or tell us about that.
Mike, you want to start off, and then I'll say when I got in.
Okay, so the first album that we did was more of a hard rock record. I think it was released in '96. I think it was just called Holy Mother.
Okay.
I think '98 came out with Toxic Rain, which was a really big record for us in Europe. And Criminal Afterlife, that was '99. And then we came out with My World War in 2000. And then 2002. Agoraphobia, and then we took an 18-year hiatus. I'm doing many different projects. I'm in different bands. I'm in a band in Germany called Messiah's Kiss, which is a very traditional heavy metal band.
Okay.
Recorded and toured with them for a long time. That was like 2000 and I think the first album was 2002. We toured with Doro Pesh the first tour. Actually, it was like a 2.5 month tour. We played Wacken. We opened up at Wacken on the main stage, and then we put out a couple of records with them. And then I also joined the band Riot for a while. I was singing with them, and very busy with them, touring all over the world, Europe, Japan, America, Japan twice. Then I decided to. Yeah. Also, I'm in like Mickey's in a lot of different bands too. But that's what you got to do as a musician. I'm in an 8-piece band called Entourage. We do, all kinds of music. It's not a metal band. So, all around musicianship, we do everything.
Awesome.
And then, we decided to bring it back. And Massacre Records was very supportive of it because, they knew me from the past, from being in Holy Mother back in the 90s. And then singing with Riot and Messiah's Kiss and all that. So, that's basically it. If I got you up to date as quick as I can.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Sounds really cool. A lot of traveling. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
we went the second time I went to Japan, I actually came home from Japan. And then like the next week went to Hawaii after that. It was like Japan and Hawaii. They're both extreme, Hawaii is long, but maybe I should have stayed in Japan and met my ex-wife in Hawaii.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay. Yeah. So it was a lot of traveling, but I enjoy it. we're blessed to be able to travel and see the world and meet, the fans that buy our records and buy our music and support us. Great.
Absolutely.
It's great. We're blessed. No doubt
I
about it.
want to get a shirt. I need to get some merch.
Yeah, we're going to send it to you. I'll send you.
Okay. How about you, Mickey? When did you come into Holy Mother?
So I joined in. I'm trying to think back. August of 2022, I joined. I got.
Okay.
I met Mike briefly a couple of times before that, and then he came up and sang with my band for a gig. He just, he came up and I think he did like a Priest song, and then I think a Dio song. I think he did.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I did.
You did Dio, Priest, or Whitesnake. I know you did. You did a combination of some of those.
Yeah, we did "Crying in the Rain," I believe.
And then we did "Straight Through the Heart."
Straight to the Heart.
I like that one. Yes.
Great one. But he came up and he played with us, and like at the time, we I knew you, so I reached out to you, but I didn't really I didn't know you. But you came up and we just had a good time and stayed in touch. And I was just playing on the island, and then in August I got the call of they needed a guitar player they just basically needed a guitar player.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was more than thrilled to take the offer, and it's been a joy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And since then, we've done we've gotten to tour all over Europe. To countries that hell, I like being totally honest. I'm very into geography now, but before we left, if you told me to point Croatia out on a map, I couldn't. No offense, especially to Chris or the guy who drove us. He's from Croatia, but between then and last summer we got to play Wacken, got to play Headbangers, and go to Germany, and then going back to Germany now, which it's all really a blessing, and we just go, we have so much fun, and we make sure to kick ass.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. I wish you guys could go to M3. I think we have a festival up here.
Yeah, we know the M3. Yep. I think we're working on that. Maybe sometime next year when this album comes out, we'll mention it's going to be out in June.
Okay.
I think, with all promotion and different, working with different people, management and different bookers, I think that's highly possible.
Absolutely. I vote for you. Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Is there a fan ballot?
Is there what?
Is there a fan ballot? Can we get people to vote us in?
Hey, I could start that. I can put like a Mickey Lyxx fan page, Holy Mother fan page. There you go.
There we go.
If you want it, I'll set it up.
Definitely. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, you gotta, fans, request it, they'll put you on. Then
absolutely.
So that's what you got to do. That's great.
Absolutely. Word of mouth. You get out there, you keep going. I do this for the love of music. I have a passion for bringing people on, getting them to hear the music. Like the first time I saw Mickey, it was at a concert somewhere. And I think it was my friend Janet. I forget their last name, first name, last name. It's the same, two names. I forget the first name, but anyway, I was watching Facebook and I'm like, wow, who is that? And I typed in there right quick and I said, oh yeah, he's got to be on the show. And I'm like, I got you, got you to come on. And then I had you on again, and then you're on again. Awesome.
It's the same reaction that I had when I went to go see Mickey. I was looking for a guitar player. I was like, this guy's got it.
Oh yeah.
He's got the confidence. He plays great. And
looks great, plays great.
Exactly.
He got stage presence. He's all over the place. All the energy. Wow.
I'm just laughing right now because you just said your friend Janet.
Yeah.
Discovered that's how Mike found me, is through his wife.
Oh,
his wife bumped into one of my shows. And,
right. That's weird. Yeah, you're right.
That is so cool.
Like, wait. I'm like, Janet. I'm like, wait.
It might be the same Janet. I don't know. Yeah. But you got some things rolling up on the board. Let me show you what you have. Let's see. Let me see. I gotta go back to the it's like flooding here. Oh, let me see. Get my machine working here. Okay. No need to be stuck now on my machine. It's always okay. I'll start from the bottom, work up. Eric, Erica Lusso sends some love and some hearts and fires. John Cunningham says good evening.
Good evening, John.
I can try to there you go. That way I can make it easier like that. You can see it. Okay. And then we have, how did you guys come up with the awesome set of songs for the Katie show with a lot of music? You guys have a great set of nonstop metal at Katie's.
How much, Mick? It's, you know what? It's getting really difficult because we're all falling in love with the new album. The new album, I believe in it like the last thing in life. Sure, seriously, big time. So we want to play a lot of new songs off the new album.
Yeah.
But we also got some classics, you know, Toxic Rain, The River, and stuff off the last record, which is like Mesmerized and Live to Die that we put on this new record, but it's an older song. So it's difficult, you know, but we came up with a pretty potent set list that we felt comfortable with and try to, you know, mix up the tempos a bit for people, you know, some things change just a little bit. So I think between myself, Jim Harris, the drummer, who's been in the band since the inception of Holy Mother, he's not here with us tonight, obviously. And I think we came up with a great set. I mean, you know, plus we got a lot of different tunings in the set. So I like to see what's comfortable for Mickey and the bass player, you know, because we've got to change keys and all that kind of stuff. If I'm writing stuff, I'm weird with writing. I'm like, pick up a new guitar and be like, this one's in C sharp. Let's write something like that. So it makes everybody crazy, you know. So
makes my life a nightmare.
I know. Mickey's like, but you know what? Mickey's like a chameleon, man. He's no problem. Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like, but you know what? It was getting used to it, like for the first month of us like rehearsing, because I use a system on my pedal unit that I have to step on it to change these tunings, because I can't just go, all right, new guitar. I mean, I could, but then it's gonna be like after every song, okay, guys, thanks so much. Anyway, this next song, it's gonna be like that space.
Right.
So it's like for the first, I remember, month of like playing with these guys, it's like it was almost, I wasn't even worried about the parts as much as I was like doing the dance. I'm like, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Like,
yeah.
Like I remember the first couple of shows we even toured with, my set list would say what to do as far as stepping. Now, forget about it. I could do it all day. It's just like, it's like second nature.
Right.
But I remember at first, that gets like, so I'm like, oh no. So even like the new album, we did some, we did different tunings, but then I've never been a 7-string player, but we brought out a 7-string. And so even I'm like, well, now I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm like, I can't bring a 7.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, you know what? I feel like our formula and our system of, you know, it is a lot of different tunings, but it's very much feeling. And I think this new album very much portrays that. I think this new album I think we very much captured what we want.
Right.
Yep.
I think it's going to be I think it's going to hit very well with people from the States, because you know you have to think a lot of the metal fans, it's almost like two teams you're appealing to. You're appealing to overseas, but then you're also appealing to here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And while some moves you make, people over there may not love it, people here love it.
Right.
And it's you know what? It's kind of like we found our comfortable in between, where we think both sides will love it. We love it ourselves. We believe in the product.
Yep.
And, you know, putting it out is saying we believe in this. This is what we want to do. And I think the songs speak for themselves. I really do. I think they're great.
Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to hear it. Cannot wait to get it. Yes.
You're going to be blown away. Trust me.
Will it come out on vinyl?
Yes, it will.
CD? Yes. Awesome.
I just got an email from the record company today asking my address, all my information, because they're going to send us, the band gets free vinyl and CDs. So I'm excited about seeing the vinyl. I haven't had a vinyl since Who the hell knows when, you know?
I
Why not?
know. I used to love going to, was it like Record Bar, Sam Goody, whatever they were called, the
Yeah.
record stores, and standing there and getting like the new ones that came out. And, you know, at
Exactly.
that time, I'm sure it was like $6, $7. They're $20 now, I'm sure, because times have changed. But it's so hard seeing it at one price and then seeing it doubled or tripled. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I used to get these albums for real cheap, but now not anymore. But
Yeah.
it's worth it. Your music is well worth it. So
Thank you.
definitely going to buy the LP. I'm going to have my stereo. I still have my stereo. I'm going to bring it down. It's in my room, but I'm going to bring it down so the whole neighbors can hear your music when I'm playing it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, we just did a video for the first single called Fire.
Fire. Okay. Is it on YouTube?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, they're gonna release it sometime while we're on tour, I guess, with Dora in March.
Oh, I can't wait. Awesome.
I mean,
I'll be playing it left and right. Now, anything you guys want to post on my page, feel free. Just throw it on there.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You got it. You have some more. That was Bill Metal that did that comment there.
Yeah, Bill, our biggest fan, Billy.
Bill Scahill. That's so. Just to shout him out. His name is Bill Scahill. He is the best. He's like the biggest Holy Mother fan. He's just always supportive. Always. Stuff. So, just sending a special shout out to him, Bill. Thank you. For
awesome.
You're the man.
Bill was
Thank
up front
you.
the whole night. The other night that we did a local gig here, and he knew every lyric. It was great. I had a teleprompter the whole night. It was Bill.
Oh wow,
I think
that's
he
gotta
did more
be an
than I did.
amazing feeling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool. Let's see. Let me see. We have some more. This thing's stuck. It won't go further. Get over there. What's going on? Here we go. Let's see if that works. That's just. I'm sorry, I can't get the other comment. Here it is. Right, it's moving now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here is another one. He said. What's up, Mike? What's up, Mickey? Absolutely awesome show at Katie's. I was floored. Great metal, flooded. Oh Lord, look at me, floored. Awesome. So, at what point did you guys say this is what I want to do with my life? I want to be a musician. Where and what point in your life did you decide that?
Mick, you want to start first?
I'll start. Yeah. I think for me it was kind of, I guess, like senior year for high school for me, where it was just I was actively doing what I'm doing now, but it was kind of like, I think when you're in that position, things kind of just creep up on you. When you're in your like last year, you're kind of just like, all right, I have to know what I'm doing now. And I honestly didn't really know what I was doing. I had a few ideas, but it seemed like playing was my passion, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. And I fully believe, I'm one of those people that do believe that, if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, I guess July of after I graduated, where I was just kind of like, I don't think I want to go to college. I think this is what I want to do, because at that time I had my album out and I was playing a lot, and I mean by that time too, I do want to thank right now. I hate to like plug this in, but Lyxx strings and Charvel guitars, which they just sent me this guitar.
Awesome! I love it.
I'll play a little bit.
The color.
Later.
Is it red? Is it a red?
It's like red orange.
Orange. Okay.
But so between those things, it was just kind of like, well, I have something here, and I'm gaining a lot of views, I'm getting a lot of traction, and then so I kind of decided maybe I'll hold off on college, and then I got the offer from Mike, and it was just kind of like, well, I know what I'm doing now.
There you go. And
it's like, I always wanted to do this, but I think that was the factor that like kind of pushed it over the edge of like, you're in this.
Well, this is metal college, remember?
This is metal college.
Or rock and roll college.
But honestly, though,
right
I'm like so blessed to have this opportunity, because it's like, what other, like there are people in life who I guess just never get to see like overseas. Like they never get to go to countries like, I don't know, like Slovenia. Like I would never think that I would have gone to Slovenia 3 years ago.
Wow.
Countries, Croatia,
Slovenia,
Hungary, like all these countries, even Germany. Like I never thought I'd go to Germany, but
Yeah.
now it's like I'm going. It's like one of my favorite countries.
Oh my Lord.
I'm super thankful in that, and even too of like the lesson this music has taught me or just showed me along the way. I think this is the right choice, and there's days where it gets hard, but you always just believe, and you believe in yourself. You have confidence, but you're not cocky, and you just push.
That's good. Yes, you're confident, but you're not like, oh, look at me, kind of confident.
No,
Right, and that's a good way to be. Yes.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Well,
I
think
that's when
you're amazing. I think you have everything that it takes to be. You're just amazing times 20,000 up and over. Yes, yeah, I'm a big fan, so you can see that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're amazing. You're awesome. Mm-hmm.
Mickey gets to play with a lot of really great musicians besides Holy Mother. So it's great, that he gets out there. He plays with this girl. Her name is Jill Joya, who is an exceptional female singer. She actually sang backup with us the other night. She's a good friend. She's been in the circuit with me with other things. She's been with Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Sweet.
She's been on a TV show. I mean, she's exceptional. So Mickey's learning from great, great people, and it shows because he's getting better and better, and he's great already.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We like to throw out our love and our heart.
All right, Mike, your turn.
Yes.
When did I know? I just knew I wanted to be a musician, rock star like last week. That's it.
He called me and he told me, I think I'm ready.
Oh, after traveling around the world, then okay, now I'm ready.
I think I'm ready.
Well, you know what? It's a longer journey for me, obviously. I started out, you're in your garage bands and so on and so forth, local bands. And then I got an opportunity to record albums that would be, all over the world, internationally, with a band. I was in a band in the 80s called Burning Star, Jack Starr. Okay. He brought me to different places, like Europe, first of all. It was on, I was like mixed age or younger, singing on this album, No Turning Back, with Dave DeFay, produced it from Virgin Steel. It took me to Europe a couple times, and it was a great experience for me as young, but pretty much I think I wanted to do it after, I was like 18 years old, but it was always a tough road. You get involved with different jobs and stuff like that. It was hard living at it. But basically, like 17 years old, I guess I really want to do this, So, but, I was in and out doing different things, like I said, different projects, and just, up to now, just keep in and out, the business, but mostly in the business.
Absolutely keep it going. Yep. Mm-hmm. Following your heart, following your dream, and just following that passion that keeps you traveling. Right. Mm-hmm. Traveling that route.
When you see how much ground you gain from being in the business. I've got a good name in Europe. A lot of people know who Holy Mother is. A lot of people know who Riot is. A lot of people know who Messiah's Kiss is, and a lot of the musicians that I've played with or whatever. So it's great that we have this opportunity to go back and meet the fans and make new fans, So I brought Holy Mother back after an 18-year hiatus. We went on tour in 21 during COVID with a band called Dynasty, an amazing band. That was great. 18 shows in a row. Then we came out, we did our own headlining thing, and then Mickey joined the band. And I wish Mickey was in the band when we did the Dynasty tour, because it just would have been, not that I don't like, the other guitar player was phenomenal.
Greg, no, Greg is the guitar player before me, Greg.
Yeah, he phenomenal.
Is first off, like one of the sweetest guys you will ever meet.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Just a phenomenal guitar player, like phenomenal.
Awesome. Yeah, but he's got he's been around. He's got a lot of experience, and but you know what? Like I said, we're fortunate because we still got fans and people that come out to see us, and like me and Mick said, I just can't wait to get out there March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd, right to March 17th with Doro. And it's going to, a lot of the shows are sold out already. And it's just going to be phenomenal.
Absolutely. I wish I could be there in Germany, but I'm here. I can
just book a flight. It's easy.
I wish I could. Here's another question or statement from Bill. When you guys play with Doro, will it be hard for you to come back up with a set with having limited time?
Good question. We put that together today, me, Mick, and Jim. It is. I'll tell you why. Because we have a lot of material, and we want to put as many songs as we can into the set. But again, we don't want to go over time. We only got a 45-minute set, but we're direct support, which is also great. So I think we got a potent set, and we got some backup songs we might even add to switch it out on other dates, the other shows. So
absolutely.
I bet you.
So who did you guys see first in concert, like when you were, the first, like who was your
I know who
inspiration? Uh-huh.
Well, growing up, my favorite was Rob Halford, Jeff Tate. Dio is my ultimate. Love Ronnie James.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you ever heard any of the stuff I did with Dio at all? All my Dio stuff?
I don't know.
At least, well, you got to do your research.
Anyway, I do. I apologize. I haven't, but I should have.
David Coverdale. I do. I was on a show called Band Geek with Richie Castellano. He's in Blois the Cult now, but he has an amazing show on YouTube called Band Geek. So I did a Black Sabbath song with Dio. I did a Whitesnake song, and I did a Mr. Big song. And the Whitesnake song has well over 1 million views, and the other stuff is like creeping up. So that was my wheelhouse, that kind of stuff. So that. And then my first concert was actually had a sneak because I was not allowed to go. My father was a cop. He's like, "You're going to go. People doing drugs. You don't want you getting involved." So I went to see Iron Maiden with, I think Fastway was the opening.
I love Fastway. Yes.
Yeah. And Kicks too, I think was that.
Okay.
So Maiden, that was my first big concert.
Nice. Sounds like a good concert. I would love to be there at that one too.
Amazing.
Mickey, how about you?
First concert, right?
Yes.
I'm also Maiden.
No way.
Maiden really? With Ghost opening.
And Ghost opening? Oh wow!
And I'm like that. Like
I'll do this for Kandi.
I think I talked to Kandi briefly about Ghost, and that right there was just like that was awesome.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I never I've seen Ghost again since then. They're always great, but there are some bands that I always wanted to see, like Van Halen. I never got to see.
Oh,
and that's always a tough one because Eddie's like my favorite, so it's kind of.
I love Eddie. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So what'd you say? Did you say Maiden and Ghost? Is that what you said?
Maiden and Ghost, yeah.
Wow. Where was that at?
Barclays.
Barclay, okay. Great.
It's a nightmare getting there, but it was a good show.
Awesome. It sounds like a good show. My first was Alice Cooper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, actually I grew up country. My parents and all, country music.
Yeah.
And I had he's still here, have really cool cousin. And when I was growing up, and he says, "We're gonna go to a concert." I'm like, "Sure, what's a concert?" I've never been. My first concert. And I was like, "Okay, let's go." And so it was like rock and roll. I thought it was gonna be country because I grew up country. And I'm like, wow. And it was like, of course, all the stage theatrical stuff going on. I'm like, did he really chop his head off? The way that was on, and the noose and all like that. I'm like, wow. But from that point, that cut the country music, and I went to the rock and roll side. So Alice Cooper changed my life. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. We have a good friend in Alice Cooper, Tommy Hendrickson. He's actually a local guy. He actually grew up pretty close to you, Mick. As you know the Hendrickson.
Yeah. No, he graduated from high school.
Right.
Awesome.
All right. High school. Yeah. Tommy's the MD as well for Alice Cooper. He's basically a bass player, but then Alice hired him as the MD of the band and rhythm guitar player. So he's
nice.
real well. Hanging out with Johnny Depp, Joe Perry. I mean, he's doing Tommy. Great guy, great songwriter. He's got a solo thing out now. He's killing it. He worked with Mutt Lange on this one. Mutt Lange.
Yes.
Wow.
Def Leppard. Def Leppard's my favorite. So yeah.
Girl loves Def Leppard. Yeah.
Def Leppard. Yes. So so you guys leave about what, a week?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Wow, awesome.
5 days.
I know you guys are so super excited.
Yeah, definitely. We are. Can't wait. Let me ask you a question, Lisa. What is your newer bands? What bands do you like now? Anything current? Doing an interview.
I just love my 80s. I'm just stuck in the 80s.
No bands you don't like anything do you like Disturb at all?
Yeah, I like some of that. I can do most any genre. I like like the rock and roll like that. That's good. Right. But I just love my hard rock 80 music, and that's what I get into. And your music and Mickey Lyxx, Forza. That's my song. Just love it. So just anything that really gets, a pick me up, the guitar,
Yeah, I got you.
Yes. Did you want to play anything, Vicky?
I can play a little bit. I'll make it short. But yeah, so this is I got this new short album out the other day, and I'm in love with it.
Yes. Love to hear.
It's so great. So what'd you say?
I said, let me see the guitar. Did I see that?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gotten better, see?
Wow. Makes it look so easy.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I didn't know you play like that.
I mean, either.
That sounded great. Mickey, you sounded great at rehearsal today, too.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Sounded great.
So did you like any of your family members or do music as well, or
who are you talking to, Mickey or myself?
Both of you. Whoever wants to answer first.
Unfortunately, no one in my family was into music. I was, my two brothers, older brothers, were cops, and not that would deter them from listening to any style of music or whatever, but I was always into the, like I said, the harder rock stuff. No other, my brothers were not musicians. I just grew to love, music and playing guitar and singing, doing, what I do now. So I wish I did, because I'll tell you what, it gives you support, gives you confidence. When you have a family involved, I know a lot of musicians who had like family involved in what they do. and it really helps that confidence on doing different things. And, you know, it gives you a push and confidence, and it can help you in your career, you know? So,
Absolutely.
but I never had that, but just friends. That's it.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Nikki?
My dog. No, I'm just kidding. No, my dad was he's played guitar since basically he was a kid. So I grew up with it, like, so I was around it a lot. And so when I got into it, it's just kind of like it just kind of flowed naturally. It's, you know, it's one of those things where it's like I guess if you have that gene in your family, I mean, it doesn't really apply to Mike because look at him, he's like the guy can sing for days and he's got no one in his family who does it. But I think it's like the same thing applies where it's like when you have someone in your family, it's almost like genetic where it's like it just kind of passes along. I can't explain it. It kind of just does.
Yeah.
Although I think Pop's still a better guitar player than me.
By the way, I love Mickey's dad is such a gentleman, great guy, and a great guitar player as well. And, you know, it rubbed off on Mickey. I mean, just, you know, seeing his dad, and like he said, it's always around the music. He's got 80 guitars, 75, whatever it is. So it's good to have support. And it gives Mickey a lot of confidence, and that's why Mickey's so good at a young age, you know?
Absolutely. He's amazing. Yes. Now, how old are you, Mickey?
I'm going to be 20 soon.
Okay. Yes. Because I didn't know if you were 18, 19. I wasn't sure. So, yes, you're going to be 20. What's your birthday?
April 5th.
April 5th. Oh, it's coming up. Oh,
yeah. I'm getting excited. I'm like, I don't know what to do for my birthday yet, but I'm going to figure it out.
Awesome.
We're gonna have an album release party right on your birthday. Right.
On my birthday? Wait, the album will be out yet.
So what? We'll have a party anyway.
Yeah, the pre-party. There you go, pre-party.
Pre-party. Thank you guys so much for coming. However, we cannot listen to the album. We're not allowed to show it.
But we're going to celebrate it right now.
We're going to celebrate it. We just can't show it.
Play it. No, you could play. You just can't, you know, people can't bootleg it or whatever, record it. You know, we could play the album. I want to play it. I do play it for friends and stuff, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very cool. So, if someone's just starting out in the business, and they were looking for some advice, what would you advise them to do?
I would advise them to get the hell out right away while you can.
Don't do it, run. You know?
Now, basically, in any business, right? It's consistency. You have to stay in the business constantly. You got to work it like a job. You can't get in, you can't get out, you can't do anything half-assed. If you're in construction, if you're in sales, you don't go out and sell things once every month or whatever. So consistency, believe in yourself. Like I said, when you have family members and stuff like that, it gives you confidence. But, you know, believe in yourself 100% if you're going to step into this business. But if you're going to step into it, you got to do it full-fledged. That's the only way people become successful in the music business, especially. You got to be out there and, you know, be present, especially with social media. You know, you always got to be on every day. You got to post. Back in the old day, I mean, you'd go out, you'd schmooze with people and get together with different musicians and, you know, be present by playing out a lot. But the name of the game is be consistent, play as much as you can, and just be confident in what you're doing. And people see that. It feeds off you, you know?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. No, just to elaborate on that, I think confidence is definitely key and not half-assing anything. You know, if you're going to do something, you do it 110%. But I also do think it's about, for me, you know, my big thing is always have fun. Always have fun. If you're not, like, there are going to be moments where you're not, it's going to be, I don't want to say shit's going to get hard. But it's kind of just finding the happy in it.
Yeah.
Seeing the good in everything. And, like, you know, one thing I always advise too is just, there are so many people out there nowadays that you can get so much support, but you can also get a lot of hate.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right.
Don't ignore it.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough. Oh, like, I used to not have that thick skin. So, you know, I always tell this story because it's kind of, it was a learning experience, but it kind of, it taught me like people aren't going to love what you do, but you have to be in love with what you do, and you have to have confidence, and you will find your audience. Was I think
Right.
like when I first started like playing guitar and started like, I wasn't going under Mickey Lyxx, but I was posting videos of like me playing covers.
Right.
And I posted. There was one day I just woke up and I was like, I had a song. I had a Pantera song stuck in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna play a Pantera song, and I played it, and posted it up, and then about like 2 hours later, my phone started blowing up, and I'm like, oh, my phone's blowing up. Why is my phone blowing up? It got reposted on whoever runs Dimebag's page. Reposted it on their page. Like they put it on. And that's an awesome thing at first. You're like, that's so cool. Until these people ripped me a new one.
Mm.
There was not a nice comment to be in sight.
That's the best.
There was not, and there was probably hundreds of comments, and all of them were just ripping me a new one.
Oh shit!
And at the time, I was a kid. It was like, it's hurtful to see these people who, at that point, they don't even like. They can, even if they think your playing is alright, they'll pick on literally anything else.
Right.
They'll be like, "This guy is stupid. He's overweight," or just anything. So it's almost like you have to like learn. That's why I'm so in favor of just have fun and just be yourself. Don't listen to these people who are gonna like get at you, because at the end of the day, like I had someone recently comment on my thing like, lose weight. I'm like, lose weight. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I don't know what you're getting at with this.
You don't have any weight to lose. What?
Like,
what?
But so it's just
Yeah, people are brutal. We know that.
You know what? You develop a thicker skin as you do it, but that's why I will say, as Mike said, 110%, you have to be committed, but have fun and just don't listen to the people who are trying to get at you. If you enjoy it and you think you can make it, do it.
Yes.
Right.
I like that.
The more success you have is the more naysayers, people, they're going to have negative talk about you, because it's a jealousy thing as well. Mickey's got a lot of.
That's what it is. Yes.
Got a great stage presence, and people, they're like, hell with that guy. Who the hell does he think he is? You know what it is? Because he shines. He shows confidence. People, they get jealous. That's it.
Do.
And then when success comes, you'll have more jealousy. It's the way it works. That's it.
Yep. So this is what I always say. I wasn't. It's like say, not just to you, but it's like to say, I didn't wake up to please you. I'm pleasing myself. I'm happy for who I am. And that shines, so I'm not here to hear all your negativity. I'm here to be positive. So,
Exactly.
One quote I love, just before we, move on here.
Yes.
Is that I always love the quote, comparison is the thief of joy.
Say it again.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah,
I've always been so into that saying, because you should always just believe in yourself and don't it's so easy to get wrapped up and say, holy crap, look what this guy's doing. Why am I not doing that? It happens. But you just kind of have to remember yourself. You're like, well, I'm making good pace and I'm doing it my way.
Yes.
I'm getting there.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you do what feels right for you. Mm-hmm. And you're doing it for you, for everybody. Exactly. Yep. And keeping it positive. I love it. So we have Brian Moore. He says, you guys kick ass. You are a badass guitarist, Mickey Lyxx. Killer interview.
Thanks, Brian.
Brian's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know Brian?
I don't. Do I know Brian?
Oh, he's from Curtain Call Records. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Thanks,
maybe
Brian.
I can connect you guys. Yep. There you go. So what's on your bucket list? What do you say that I have got to do this before end of time?
Mike, do you have one in mind?
Bucket list. It's I do. I got a couple. Well, I want.
Uh-oh. No. There he goes. He fell out.
I want to hit some of the countries that we haven't played yet, like some of the real northern ones. Like we haven't played in Sweden, which is really surprising. That's
You know
which we
what?
will. Norway,
Oh, Sweden. Mm-hmm.
Sweden, Norway, and stuff. Those Nordic countries. What
And
else?
it's a very good market too. So when I started out, I did a lot of like I was always I did some Santa Cruz, and like I got known by a lot of like my demographic was Finnish for a while there, and they're
okay.
like fans over there.
Yeah. Hold on one second. What the hey? Thinking in this. Yeah, I'm sure we will play those, countries or whatever, but it's definitely on my bucket list. There's a lot of, Australia. I played Japan twice, but I want Holy Mother to play Japan. We had some releases on JVC back in the past. Holy Mother had some releases in Japan. So I really want to get back to Japan again. And just, I love seeing the world, traveling and playing. That's my thing.
That's amazing. Okay, Brian has said something else here for you guys. I am a guitarist and a musical business guy. I'm going to go practice now. Guys rock and know how to connect with the fans. Who's your influence, Mickey?
Oh, that's always such a tough one. I'm about to ramble, so I apologize, Brian. I apologize. You might want to just stick in there for a bit. Well, obviously Eddie's the big one, and because that's just like I grew up listening to Van Halen, so it's just kind of like even being young as 4, just hearing that. Just hearing that as as a 4-year-old, not really knowing. Your mind kind of can't comprehend that, but you're also like, that sounds cool. And watching my dad do it and everything. So I think Eddie's probably my big one. But then as I started playing, before I started playing, I was very into Santa Cruz for someone who wasn't even a guitar player. I love Santa Cruz. So Archie was always a beast. But as I started playing, early on, it was Vi was my big one. I got to meet him, and he was just.
Oh my God, Stevie Vai! Yes, you got to meet him.
He was cool. The nicest guy. Just so cool. Just thinking of guitarists I've met too, and have just been Nuno Betancourt's one of them. I met him. He was just
Nuno's insane. Nuno's my favorite at all.
Nuno's a beast, and he's just such a sweet guy. But more influences. I was taught under Jackie Vincent from Falling in Reverse. And he just made a huge impact on me in the 2 years I taught under him. I'm still very friendly with him. He is just a beast. Jason Becker. And then I remember, I'm going to say, I love Yngwie. And just hearing Yngwie for the first time, that wasn't even I didn't grow up. My dad didn't have Yngwie on in the car. So I remember the first time I really sat down and listened to Yngwie, it was Far Beyond the Sun, and it was that. It's not exact, but it's close.
That's good, though.
I remember the first time hearing that, I'm like, holy crap. I didn't know fingers go that fast. I think that was.
Yngwie is one of my favorite too. And Yngwie was in a band called Steeler before.
Yeah.
And I used to hear him. It was on college radio. He was 16 years old playing like that. It was amazing. Then he was in a band called Alcatraz. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yes.
Graham Bonnet, one of my favorite records back then. I'm like, this guy's great. And I loved Graham Bonnet too. So Yngwie, I'm a big supporter of Yngwie.
And then just to name my dad was obviously a huge influence, but then my final one I'd probably say is Paul Gilbert. I love Paul Gilbert. So even I got a text. I'm friends with the roadie who he was not the roadie, the sound guy who was doing sound at the Patchogue Theater show we just played, and we did a Mr. Big song, and I used a drill. And then I get a text a week later, Mr. Big's playing there, and he sends me a picture of the drill. I'm like, that's so cool.
Awesome.
But those are probably my biggest influences. And then as far as going back to the question of bucket list, I know I'm rambling, guys. I know.
No, you're fine. This is all about you guys. No, this is about you.
As far as bucket list things go, I mean, like Mike said, playing all these different countries. I actually have on the back of one of my guitars. I have all the countries the guitar is played in. Like I have little flag stickers, and I put them under there to. It's not this guitar.
Okay.
It's downstairs, but it has all the countries we played in. So I think it's very much. I'd love to play other. Sorry, I'm watching Mike move a chair.
Oh.
I got distracted. Very much that. Like playing Wacken again. If we could play like a huge stage.
Yep, we will. Oh, buddy.
And I always wanted to visit. Like, I'm noticing as I get older that I'm very much a traveler in the sense of I am very much a homebody. But when I'm not a homebody, I like to go out and just experience culture. So it's like I want to go to Greece.
That would be nice. Italy.
Big one. Italy.
Well, we played Italy. We played Italy. We played Italy last year, Verona.
That was really awesome.
Not Verona. Where did we play again?
No, we played near Turin.
Right.
That was a good show.
Yeah, Greece is a great market too. I played there a couple of times with Riot. We played a bunch of cities. Spain is another good market that Holy Mother.
Oh, sweet.
We played a lot of gigs in Spain. I must have played like, I don't know, 10, 12 different cities in Spain with Riot. It's a really good market. That's our next venture there, by the way.
That's very, very cool.
One more bucket list thing. I hope next time I cut off the things from the back of the cereal box, it's like you can win a free shirt. I hope I win it. that's my bucket list thing.
I love it.
Oh, we got another one coming through.
One more time.
No, we got some. It just got a ding in. I guess somebody a comment or something.
Yeah. And then I have Amy. Amy's one of your biggest fans, Amy Gallick, and she's watching on YouTube. But I don't know if she can, get the question in. But she's asking. Let's see. So she wanted to know how to comment. But she is your biggest fan, Amy, and she also loves Aerosmith. Now, do you do any Aerosmith?
Not with her Holy Mother, we don't. But
no.
Or
can you play her something from Aerosmith? That'll make her happy.
I'm trying to think. Let me see if I remember. Well, I know like 70s, like just.
Frank and Rowan.
There you go, Amy.
And let's see if I remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember Dream On.
That's okay. That's a good one.
I actually think some Aerosmith with my other band. I do Walk This Way. That's also online. Yeah. Walk This Way. I've done Dream On before. Aerosmith's another great influence of my Steven Tyler's. Amazing.
Aerosmith's awesome. I don't think I've met anyone who doesn't like Aerosmith.
Yes. I love Steve's personality. I mean, he's just, how can you not like him?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Amy's asking about merch. Where can she get a t-shirt?
Holy Mother t-shirt, right?
You want, let me ask her.
You don't want a Holy Mother t-shirt? You just want a Mickey Lyxx? You got to get both.
You got to get both.
You got to have both. Both. She said both.
Both. Okay. You can find, if you go to either of our sites, you can go to holymother.com, and if you go there, we have our whole website, and if you hit the three slashes, you'll see a bar come down. You hit merch, and then you can get a bunch of merch.
Do you have tank tops?
Yes.
We have tank tops.
There's tank tops on there.
There's tank tops. Okay, yes, we do have tank tops, and we're going to be adding more soon because of the new album. A lot of the
booty shorts. I'm kidding.
Maybe we could do that.
That would be cool.
But so we have designs in right now. We're going to put more in because we're just waiting for the record label to give us the okay of you can use we can use the
New
cover.
art, we have new artwork for the new cover, for the new album. Yes.
Awesome.
But once that's out, there'll be more merch out. Then if you want my merch, you can just go mickeylyxx.com.
Okay.
Same thing is same thing, / hit it merch, boom, you're there.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome. I'm gonna get me some merch. I think Amy will too.
Awesome.
You're welcome. And we have some more comments. Oh goodness, this thing's sticking. Okay, let me see. Okay. Let's see if I can either show it or it says great to see. I don't know who says it because I can't won't let me scroll it. Great to see you guys at Katie's. Have an absolute amazing tour. Can't wait for the new music bang in my head and spirit, guys. Kick ass with those shows. I think it might have been Bill, but I can't pull it down. Anyway, and then we have Brian Moore said, I play Eddie when I first start playing. I love Val. I loved Val and Crossroads.
Vi.
Oh, Vi. I'm sorry. It looked like an L. Thank you. Thank you, Vi. Crossroads. You have lots of Yngwie Malmsteen lick playing, but he has the scalp neck. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. And what do you think about Michelangelo? Oh, I like him too. Yeah.
He's a beast. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh, this thing is sticking. Oh, and then Brian said, who was your favorite hair metal guitarist from the 80s, 90s?
Oh,
DiMartino. DiMartini, right?
That's my. You know, that's why I forgot to mention him.
I know.
DiMartini was like the person who got me into Bell. I love DiMartini. That whole. I mean, if you listen to that whole Out of the Cellar album, he is just ripping. I mean, look at. I'm just gonna play a few, like Round and Round. That has. Like that has that whole, and even even a deep cut like Morning After. Like all the riffs and solos are just like, oh my god.
Yeah,
even if you look at later albums like Lay It Down.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Oh my god. It feels good all over, don't it?
He's a tasty player. He really is. He's always he's great. Underrated in my belief. At least I think that. He's underrated. He's such a smooth player. Always had a great sound.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes. Rat was like my favorite. Def Leppard, Slaughter. You know, those were my running guys there. Yeah.
You know what I really love as a guitar player? Is John Sykes from White. That guy is just, I love that. And he sings so good as well. Are you familiar with John Sykes at all, Lisa? And Blue Murder? You ever hear the Blue Murder record?
I heard of them, yes. I'm not sure if I've heard recent.
One of the best albums of ever.
Amazing. I'll pull them up.
I think you're going to love it.
I'll put my headphones on tonight and I'll listen to it. I love it listening to my headphones like that. You can feel the whole vibe of everything through your system. It's good music that makes your goosebumps stand up. You know it's that good. So,
that's it right there. Blue Murder.
Absolutely. Now, a few more questions, and I know the night's getting like a little past us. You have you collaborated with anybody, or would you like to collaborate with anyone? And who that was? Who was that, and who will it be?
I'll go first on that. There are many musicians I'd like to collaborate with. Number one, it's hard to say. You know, like I said, I like to collaborate with John Sykes. I like to collaborate with. There's a new singer out there. His name is Dino Jalusic.
Oh, okay.
That's another guy you got to check out. He's incredible. Other singers, even Steven Tyler would be great, or even Ozzy, or any of my heroes. You know, obviously Dio's not here no more. do that.
I know.
Um,
I loved him.
but there's a lot of, even Nuno, as far as guitar players, I'm getting text, get out of the way. Uh, yeah, I like so many different musicians and so many different styles of music, so those would be, I guess, my top, I would say. There's so many, I can't even say off the top of my head, but I guess even Ingve, I'd like to do something with Ingve would be great.
Absolutely.
What
How
about
about you, Mickey?
And I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know.
Mm.
I'm struggling with this one right now. I'll be totally honest.
Okay.
I mean, I've been fortunate enough where like I've gotten to collaborate with a lot of good musicians. So like like even Jackie Vincent, he was on Forza with me, and that was like holy crap.
Mm.
I don't really know, to be honest. I think I'd have to put a little bit more thought into that.
That's fine. That's fine. We can come back to that.
But yeah, no, I can't think off the top of my head.
That's okay. That's okay. What would be like the place you guys would want to you have to play there no matter what said and done? We've got to play this and that's it. I mean, you play other places as well, but we've got to play here. What would that place be?
Is this like a certain venue or just like location?
It could be either one.
Okay.
Well, as I mentioned before, I mean, the most famous venue in the world would be Madison Square Garden, correct?
That's cool.
Okay.
I've never been there, but I'd love to see it. Yes. Love to see you guys there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And I'm sure our drummer Jim Harris, which we got to mention because he couldn't make the show, I'm sure he feels the same way.
Yes.
Great expectation as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And about your writing styles, do you all collaborate together with that, or is it just one person or all of you?
We collaborate a lot of times on this last album. Mickey came in late, so there was a lot of songs that I've written with Jim Harris. I do a lot of the, a lot of the writing, and then Mickey came in later on, and he played a lot of stuff on the album. So basically, on the next album, we're definitely going to collaborate a lot more. But basically, this past album, a lot of stuff, like I said, it was written, and I play guitar and all that kind of stuff. So Mickey came in, played guitar with me, and obviously did all the solos and the overdubs. But Jim Harris is a brilliant lyricist. So I'll write the melody vocally, write whatever it is, the music, and Jim is brilliant because I'll sing. I'm a kind of scatter kind of singer. I'll come up with a melody, and a lot of times I come out with lyrics or words, and Jim's like, "Whoa, I hear that part, like you said this word and that word, and it makes a lot of sense." And he'll put like a whole song together. He's brilliant. Yeah. So we've been doing this since 1996, me and Jim. Yeah, he's great like that. So basically on the next record, me and Mickey are going to get together a lot more and put some more influences on the album, what Mickey has,
Absolutely. So what inspires you to write? Like, what do you like? How do you know what do you want to write about? Like, and how do you put it together?
Well, a lot of times my music, what I'm thinking about starts with the groove. I play drums all day in my head, all day in my mouth. I'm like, I could play the best drums with my mouth. I do it with every band. And I basically come up with a groove first, and then I love playing guitar. So I basically are a really tight rhythm player. I play rhythm very well. And I like to come up with the groove and the rhythm, and then my melody comes second after that. And basically, then I pick a subject, what we want to write about.
Awesome. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's like it's a method to your madness.
Right.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
There is no method to my madness. there is none. I've noticed at this point, mine is just like, it just comes and goes. It's, I notice with me, there's just certain times where, oh, I'm writing like every day, and it's just like nonstop. And there's certain times where it'll be like 3 months. I'm like, I can't think of anything. But like, I always notice it comes in random moments. My writing. So like, even like, honestly, I like to tell you this. One of the interviews we did, I had a guitar with me, and I was just noodling, and I came up with like a little part, and then I just expanded upon it, and then made it like a whole thing. Which I haven't recorded it. I just like wrote all the music down into a format, wrote orchestra like for it and everything. But I remember I was sitting here and I was saying this one thing, and it just kind of stuck in my head while we were talking.
Yes.
And then once we wrapped it up, I just sat down on the computer. I'm like, okay, jot this down. Even the other day, I just sit down with my guitar and I'm just like, I was just doing like it's just like kind of finding different chord voicings, and you're like, oh crap, that sounds good. From there, usually when I do that, I just kind of play around with it. Usually, I'm an acoustic guy too. I love playing acoustic. So if it is something where it needs singing, I'll kind of just play around with it and search for notes a bit.
Right.
But realistically, there is no method to my madness. Even when I record, I like when I was doing my solo album, every song had like just the funniest just project names, because I never really wrote about things. I would just put themes to things.
Oh, okay.
So it was always like, what's the theme of this song? So like the big one that we always do in my band is a song. It's like a blues rock song, and it's called 1849. It's supposed to be like a whole like gold era type thing, gold rush thing, or like Forza cars fast.
Yes. Okay, like the theme, right? I see what you're saying.
They all have themes, but they all start with like funny like beginning names. So like I think my debut single, Defiance.
Yes.
I think the project name to that was like Baked Clams.
Oh, okay.
Like it was just like because I'm like, that's what I had for dinner that night. It's random things, and that's why like I never start with the theme. Usually, it's I'm writing it. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm kind of getting. But it's good that I have Mike who kind of like he writes for it's different. I'm a theme guy. You have something you want to write about.
Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
I can hear it.
That's like another like a Toxic Rain idea. Same
I
thing.
love it. I can feel the groove in it. Yes. I love it.
Mick, play it. Play Toxic. Same thing.
Let's hear it.
You want me to play what?
Play Toxic.
All right, hold on 1 second. So the final little treat of the night is so we usually play this song as our encore. Not our encore.
The last one.
The last one we do. So this I'm explaining it like I was there.
Okay.
So this is the song that really got Holy Mother known.
Okay.
In Europe.
Yes.
It's the title track for the album, right? And then
and it's called Toxic Rain. So we always do it, and the riff is.
Do it. Minga.
Awesome. I love it.
But, yeah, usually we do that as our last, and people always know that one, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that.
It's a double bass, heavy song. It's really heavy. With that going on, you got. Constant double bass, so it bleeds your ears. So, yeah.
So cool, so cool. Brian just asked another question. He says, for you, can you ask Mickey what his rig consists of? I'm dying to know what he plays through and how he uses for effect.
Okay, so I'm a Charvel guy. Once again, thank you so much, Charvel Guitars. They are the best. They always take care of me. I always use Charvels for my guitars. I have 2 touring guitars that I always bring at this point. They're both pretty identical. They're just color swapped. But as far as rig goes, when I do use an amp, I use a 5150. I use a combo amp, and that thing's great. But in times like this where we're going overseas and I can't, lug an amp onto an airplane, I will always use my Lyxx. It's a multi-processor system which goes on the floor, and it's like a pedal board, except I don't have to buy a bunch of pieces and wire a bunch of shit together. It's just one big unit.
Gotcha.
And you can program in the computer, and you can do everything with it. And it is such a game changer. Like, I'm so cool with people who are, hoard like pedals and collect them, because that is like, when these guys in '85 were doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was all pedals. You'd put it in front of your Marshall. You'd add a super distortion to it. It would give a good crunch. You need you're soloing. You put a boost pedal. You need your reverb pedal. I totally get that, and that's totally cool. The only problem is there's a lot that can go wrong with that. With what I have, there is such little room for error that it sounds so good, and it is so convenient.
Wow. That is cool. I like that.
But so that's my rig. I'm a pretty low maintenance guy. I don't use a lot because it's just easier that way.
So you have to do what works for you, and you do it well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, absolutely. He says thank you, and he loves the interview. Yes. So
Thank you, Brian.
I'm having a good time. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having a real good time.
This is awesome.
Yeah, awesome. And you have a few more questions here or statements. Let me see. Here's one from Bill. There's a few of them from Bill, but here we go. Bill Metal. Mickey, how do you come up with music for your solo album with the instrumentals?
Like I said, it's very much just me just kind of noodling. It's just me sitting down and coming up with different melodies. And, even my dad's a player, so when me and him jam,
yes,
we always come up with things together. And, if he plays something, I'm like, hey, that's great. Could we, use it and, maybe emphasize on it more? He helped write some of my album. I'm totally open about that. He helped. Totally in there for the writing. And
right now, in your head, if you didn't give him credit, he'll come and smack
yeah, right. He's in the room next time. The door's gonna slam. But yeah, no. It's honestly just kind of sitting there and just feeling things out. My favorite thing with melody on the instrumentals is you just kind of loop what you had as your backing, and you're just you're picking notes. So you're like. Yeah, but that would sound better if maybe it was. It's just kind of like emphasis. It's like any singer making a melody. You're like, oh, maybe this note could be changed. I don't love this note, but I do like this.
Right.
Same thing with instrumental. It's just you're not writing lyrics, but you're still portraying the emotion of the melody.
Gotcha.
But it's pretty much just noodling. It's just noodling, and you come up with it.
I love it. Now, do you sing as well, Mickey?
I do. Not like Mike.
There you go.
Not like Mike, but I do sing.
Okay.
When I do my solo band's live shows, I do sing. When I do acoustic, I do sing to an extent. And then with this band, I do some backing. I could sing. I'm not I'm not Mike, but I can hold it down enough.
Absolutely, I gotcha. Now, is it hard to sing, or what does it feel like to sing and play guitar, or sing and play drums? I mean, that's a lot of coordination going on, to keep all that functioning and together. I would lose it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why. As a guitar, I play guitar, and it's really hard for me to sing and play. But Jim, the drummer, is playing his ass off. I mean, we're not playing pop music here. Jim's playing syncopated beats and double bass, and he's singing all the high stuff in the band.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
Wow.
And Mick sings a lot of the stuff now. Mick is doing really good with the vocals. His new album has a lot of harmonies and the choruses and stuff. And Mick, you sound good, man. He's working. He's really sounding good.
Thanks, man. I've been practicing in the shower.
Say what?
I've been practicing in the shower. Thank you.
Oh.
Good.
And I love how you work with your dog. I love that. It's priceless. I love he's sitting right there while you're playing to him. I love it. I love my animals.
Oh, yeah.
Animals. Yes.
Wherever I am, he always is.
Oh, what's the name?
Archie.
Archie.
Yeah,
oh, that's so cute.
Well, not so little. He's big, but.
Oh. So we have another question. Toxic Rain absolutely rocks. Live, it sounded heavier. Chocked full of power and energy, real headbanging, great song to the end. To end the show, my neck was hurting. Worth it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Your neck's got to be killed.
I was telling Mike after we shot the music video that's going to be released soon, I had to ice my neck for like 2 days. I'm not even joking. I didn't think I was like, I was like, how did this happen? I must have gave myself like minor whiplash.
Oh no!
I'm there with a heating pad and then I'm icing it. I'm just sitting there like,
right the back of your neck muscles. Boom. Yeah.
Oh, it was like it was painful too. Like I was surprised. I was in pain.
I believe you.
I couldn't move my neck, and like I've gotten a sore neck before, but not to that extent. I was like, holy crap!
Yeah, you were killing him. The video is great. It came out really good. And his neck, you look like the Exorcist, man. Your head like all the way.
Like,
You ever see? Hey Mick, have you ever seen the first Exorcist?
I have not. I'm not a horror movie guy.
the first one's the best one. Don't
First
waste
one
time on the other ones.
Legendary. It's
Yes.
so
Oh my
scary.
god.
You got to see it.
Yeah, I'm not a
Although I
horror
don't know if you
movie
can deal with
guy.
it. Yeah, it's great.
You got to see it.
I don't know, maybe not.
No, maybe not. No, are you guys? Will you ever come to Baltimore? I know you're going all the way out and doing the big thing, but how about some U.S. states like Florida, PA, Maryland?
We are working on it. Trust me, we got some ideas and some people working on it. We have to support the album here in our hometown, pretty much, and not just New York. South, West, a lot.
Everywhere. Yeah.
And we're working on it.
Okay.
Definitely. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
But I got to give a shout out to our bass player, Mr. Wayne Banks. Our bass player lives in Nottingham, England. And we got one rehearsal with him, and that will be on Thursday, the night before the first show. So, shout out to
so
Wayne.
Excited for you guys.
I love Wayne.
Yeah. I'm going to give a shout out to our bass player who played the show here on Long Island, Rodney Cicciarone. He's actually a guitar player, but he played bass brilliantly the other night with us, and he's been working with the band. He might be doing some touring with us wherever we go. Could be
Awesome.
Europe or whatever. So that's it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely. So Michael Lusos, is that your dad?
That is my dad.
That's your dad. Dad. Says Uncle Craig's in the house. Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm. And then there's another one for. Not gonna lie, I had to ice my neck after the Katie show, and voice was shot. That's a metal show for you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
That's it. You feel the pain the next day, but I'm telling you, it's worth it.
What does that say?
Bet your ass Craig is in the house.
Very nice, Craig. Very nice.
So is there anything else you guys want to bring to the table to share, to show Any stories you want to share? Crazy, fun
Yeah.
stories?
I think we'll definitely get to some stories, but I just want to say before we do leave, just talk about the new album a bit.
Sure.
Because it's coming out and we want people to love it and we love it. And pre-orders are going to be available soon, which is, you can get your hands on an LP. You can get on the LP with vinyl or CD, right, Mike? There's CD too.
Right. Pre-save. You could pre-save the album very soon. They'll have a code where you can scan. Very important because the band needs to. We want to chart, at least in Germany, would be really good because our there. So we're trying to get the pre-saves and the pre-orders is the goal.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
so we have a video coming out very soon for the song Fire, which we will be posting about very soon.
Absolutely.
As well as then from there'll be a couple more singles to come out before the album does fully come out June 7th. For the people who are going to be there in Germany, they will get to hear 3 new songs off the album.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's just getting ready for that. And we just got announced for Barbouk Metal Festival in France. So that's another thing to look forward to for all, the metalheads out there in Europe. And then for people local, keep your eye out because there will be stuff.
Absolutely. I'm so happy to hear all this. That you are going everywhere. It's the best thing that could happen. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Yeah, but so I would just say keep an eye out. We're going to be posting more and more about the album as it comes, as we get closer. The cover will be revealed at some point. I can't say one just yet, but
right. And now, who does the artwork on your albums and stuff? Or you can't say yet?
Can't say that.
Oh, you do? You?
We did something with it. I had some hand to do with it, but not allowed to say yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Well,
it's amazing. I love it.
Just remember, Mick, that Jeremiah was a bad man.
Yeah. But so yeah, just keep your eyes and ears ready for something new.
Awesome. So I guess at this time we will come into a close. Or did you want to talk about anything else or any more about anything else?
Mike, you got anything else you want to push while we're here?
Jeremiah was a bad man.
Yeah, I think that'll about do it. Just for the people watching, or if you stumble upon this video after we're done, you can find us at Holy Mother Band. That's on Instagram. On Facebook, we're just Holy Mother.
Okay.
On Instagram for Mike, he's Mike Torelli Musician. I'm Mickey Lyxx. I think it's just kind of same Facebook. It's Mickey Lyxx and Mike Torelli, and then you can find our websites. www.holymother.com, www.mickeylyxx.com, and you can find pretty much everything to dates, to merch, to news, photos, whatever you want. And, you can feel free to reach out to us if you guys have a question, whatever. We're always here. And
absolutely.
We're excited to keep providing everyone music.
Absolutely. Sounds good. I'm definitely gonna. Well, I follow you guys, so I'll be doing what's coming out, what's coming on, and of course, whatever I see it goes right on my page. So I'll tag everybody in it. So what happens, they'll be the first to know, and of course, I'll continue to share alike and send it to thousands of people, and that's how it gets. Awesome. Well, I had a ball. This was amazing.
Yeah, this is always so much fun.
Definitely great.
And you're welcome to come back anytime. I love it. I want you to come back. I want you guys to come back after your tour. That way I want to hear all about it.
Definitely. That'd be great. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We'll have a lot of great stories for you.
I can't wait. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for coming. I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Right.
And as always, support live music in the making, music everywhere. Front Row Promotions.
Support original. That's what it is. Original music.
That's right.